Ladies and gentlemen, strap in, say a prayer, and kiss your brake pedal goodbye. We are heading into the jaws of the green hell itself, the Nürburgring. And not only the layout that you see on your screen right here, we are running the combined full course 26 kilometers over 150 corners and well about zero forgiveness. Welcome in here to Stam Studio Network as well as the IIL, ILAKA YouTube channel. My name is Sean Stam. I'm going to be producing and commentating here behind the scenes, of course. Have everybody joining in on these YouTube platforms. You guys, of course, are the directors, letting me know if everything is running okay here tonight. And looks like the lights are just about to be out as we have a quick formation lap taking a look at our starting grid. Ignacio Glumster slapped it there on the pole. Idotal right there is going to be beside him. Got Rodham Katz going to be P4. Looks like Itzik Grossman there, P3. Apologies here. Okay, there we go. Liron Shooter, Ofek Drabinski, Birdie Galili, Mini Land, Irza Rafael Tomir, Ofer Mazuz, Rodham Lev rounding out. Oh, one more. Got Matvey Meerman here rounding out our 13 driver grid tonight. This is going to be, it's going to be a pretty exciting race. I'm excited for it. I know some drivers are actually quite scared coming into this race or just quite frankly nervous. I mean, for this big, long layout tonight, it's like you don't really know what's going to happen there in front of you. I barely know the track. I got to run with a GPS around here. That's once again 26 kilometers over 150 turns of racing action. Ignacio Glumster, we got to remember, Ignacio, he swept us just 2 weeks ago there out of Laguna Seca. Ignacio looking to have a nice run here today at the Nürburgring. Combines layouts. Ido Tal, how about it? So we hop on board with Ido right now. Ido also swept P2 just 2 weeks ago there from Laguna. How about Liron? Finished P3 in that first heat and fortunately did not have that result there in the second heat, but I mentioned that Liron here is he lines up P5 here on our grid tonight. Lots of very vibrant paint schemes in the IIL, ILAKA Esports. Appreciate everybody coming on board here tonight. The drivers, everybody behind the scenes that makes this action happen and be brought to you live here from Stam Studio Network as well as the IIL, ILAKA YouTube channel itself. But right now, looks like that's Porsche safety car going to dive into the safety of pit lane. I don't blame you. Here we go. This is going to be about a 2.5 mile first heat. Then we'll run one back, then bring you the gold series on the same stream. Right now, Ignacio leads us into the hard braking zone into turn one. Very nice cordial start up here and to the front of the pack. And so we look into the back. That's still drivers going around. We got Itzik involved. Liron still spinning. Oh, man, that was not the start that many of these drivers were looking for. Many coming to almost a complete stop as Ido Tal takes over the race lead. Where do you look right now? Rodham Katz was able to crawl away, gained 2 spots since the start. Here comes Ignacio, unfortunately losing the race start after sitting up there on the pole. Going to round out P3. Tomir's looking side by side right now with Itzik coming into our first little section of the GP layout. Going to be a quick right-hander and around. Itzik is able to take that spot. Tomir gaining 5 spots since the race starts. Here comes Ofer Mazuz also gaining 5 spots as we still have drivers going off the track. God, that all happened so fast on the race start. We will, of course, be taking a replay of it. And now that we're starting to see some things kind of start to single file out here, let's take a look and see what happened to. This was Ignacio Glumster leading us off into turn one. There was no harm, no foul there. It was right behind this battle. Here we go hard into that braking zone. Oh, it was the white, and I think that's Mini Land. Yes, it was. Mini, little hard, possibly a brake lockup there on one of the right or left front tires. Is deep into the braking zone. The 77 goes. We're going to hop on with Mini here and see what he saw. Is it even Minnie's fault? Here we go. Oh, it just slips out from underneath him. Around he goes, and then takes quite a few drivers with him, unfortunately. And he has had the pace here quite throughout the whole season, race in and race out. Unfortunate him for Matvey Merriman, Ofer Mazuz, as well as Liron Shooter, having a nice run there in qualifying and in practice. Oh, we're still beating and banging. Going to cut back to our battle for the race lead, or lack of it. Right now looking 2.5 seconds after Ido Tal was able to make his way around the carnage, able to, well, he started there P2, find his way up to P1, and right now starting to run away with it. Don't be frightened here, guys. We did not come to the Nürburgring to see side-by-side action. We're running the long game here. About 2.5 laps per heat. And you don't want to get a little too deep into a braking zone, as well. The tow back to the pits, it's about 10 minutes, depending on where you are on the track. Here we do have a nice battle starting to occur with Ofek and Rodem Lev. Also got Mini Lands right there with them. Scratch that, that's Irza. We've got a 3-car battle here right now. Irza trying to hold him off for P7 in his IIL number 86. Looking out of our back diffuser cam, looking at Rodem Lev, got also Ofek right there with him. This is a battle that's starting to heat up, as well as take a look at this. They're starting to approach none other than Tomer right now, the number 94. He's made his way up to P6, but right now he has a rear view camera full of Erza, Rodem Lev, as well as Ofek. These battles are now starting to get a little closer, as the battle for that race lead is, well, it's continuing to get a little further right now. Here, how about Rodem Lev? We're going to hop on board with him and, oh, well, all right, as we did. That's going to be Rodem into the outside tire barrier. What just happened there? Oh, man, right when we were hopping on board. I think he just got a little too deep and tried to make the pass, got up and onto the rumble strips. Those sausage curbs going to send him outside into the barrier. It's probably going to be heat race ending damage there for Mr. Lev. Yeah, that right side has definitely seen better days on that Le Mans Prototype 3 machine. Let's take a look. I know that we saw that race restart. There was also some more incidents here. We're going to look at Matvey Merriman's incident. This was back into the further into the back of the pack here on the race restart, and it looks like just Matvey, he's making some nice moves here around the outside, really slowing the car down a ton, and oh man, just had nowhere to go. Also on that race start, we had Itzik Grossman involved. Let's see his view of this one. It comes right in front of his, it happens there right in front of him, and just nowhere to go for the number 4. Gosh, what a day of racing that we had yesterday. That started out with the old Monaco GP. Midday, the Indy 500, ending out with the Coke 600 there. And, oh, that's why I bring that up there into the, I believe that is the carousel section here, because, I mean, that's my favorite portion of the track here, this NASCAR-esque section. And I don't know how these drivers are actually getting these LMP3 machines around it without bottoming out those rear diffusers. Oh, it would send me around in a hurry. As I tried to get some notes here before the old broadcast, hopped on the track myself, and oh boy. Trust me, I had made the effort to try and learn it, and it just, it takes probably, I think, maybe a whole % of my brain. It's definitely hard to get to, 160 turns engraved into the memory bank, but right now we're starting to see it for lots of these drivers. The battle for P2 starting to heat up. Here's Rodem Katz right in front of Ignacio Glumscher. Got to remember, Ignacio actually was our, I believe, pole sitter here tonight, as he looks to try and take at least one of those spots back. We still haven't even completed lap 1. That's how long the laps here today. 150 corners, 0 forgiveness. And, well, one mistake and you are in those tire barriers, or the at right side guardrail, the left one, or possibly even at some points at the track, you're going to end up in the trees. But right now, Ignacio, he's just abiding his time right now, not trying to make an aggressive move here, as we'll hop on board with another battle. This is Rodem Lev right on Erza Raphael's back bumper. A big lift that we just heard out of Lev, the 404 machine. And, well, Erza's trying to run away from him right now. Erza was looking good there in practice as well as qualifying. Or, excuse me, not qualifying where he wanted. But I will mention right now he is up 3 spots. Rodem Lev up 5 spots. No! Rodem goes around. Able to lock it back down. Not abiding to take the toe as he goes about 20 kilometers an hour right into the pit wall. Oh, we were just on board with him. What happened to Rodem there? Oh, okay. We're going to have to back this one up. Hang on. Oh, that's the diffuser making contact with that racing surface. And, I mean, there's nothing that you can do as a driver there. Just you hate that for Rodem with the pace that he had, going to drop down to P13 now. Idotal going to complete our lap 1. Should be 2 more laps to go with these, what was that, an 8-minute lap time. Lap 2 will definitely be quicker now that operating temperatures, pressures, as well as we are up to speed. Ignacio Glumser, he hasn't closed the gap any to our leader. However, still sitting at about that 3.2 second mark. It's been quite close between these two. About the same last sector by. Rodem Katz having himself a nice run at gaining 1 spot from where he started on the race. And let's take a look at a few incidents that we've had. We just saw that last one with Rodem. Here's a toe mirror incident. Gonna hop on board with him, see how it happens. Looks like it's going to be self-induced here, just trying to ask too much. Oh, takes another bite out of the curb. Around he goes. Where he stops, nobody knows. Well, I tell you, it's going to be the pits. That's going to be an instant tow. Here's another mini land incident. I don't think that we've seen this one yet. And this is starting to remind me of the old Nürburgring crash compilations here. You watch it about 3 in the morning. Oh, man, Mini just look at the car. There's no rear, what would you call that, pod covering on the side. Just Mini dealing with little to no grip left in his prototype machine. He's going to avoid the wall there. But right now we have 4 cars out of our 13 driver field here tonight making their way with a quick tow down into the pit lane. Continuing our walk down the field from earlier tonight, Itzik Grossman is still sitting P4 right now. Probably not too happy with himself losing P3 from the race, but he continues to run in a nice spot here. It'll continue to be a nice run in the points for Itzik as well. Also has that 23-second gap to Bertie Galili in the 420 machine. There's Raphael starting to close that gap to Bertie right there in front. The 886 purple people leader having himself a nice run here tonight. And while I'm thinking about it, let's bring up those points. It's pretty important here. We're starting to get to the penultimate round here tonight, or not tonight, but this is the penultimate race, and then 2 weeks from now will be our season ender. Bringing up these points, none other. How about it? Ignacio Glumser there out in the lead, just with barely, slight gap there over Rodem Katz. Rodem Lev also there as well in P3 in the points. Bertie also there P4. Matvey Merriman, Idotal, Liron, Itzik, Ophir, and then Ofik rounding out that top 10 in our points. Getting back to some action here on the track, and I think you guys have dealt with me this whole season. Goodness, quite a few seasons here in the IIL, ILAKA Esports and karting. I'm going to treat you guys to it. Crank it up. Enjoy the sights, the sounds of the racetrack and these engines. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth. Alrighty, go ahead, crank it back down. Sean Stam back with you up here in the booth. And once again, I appreciate every single one of you coming out here and joining us here on Stam Studio Network, as well as the IIL YouTube channels. And right now, we're kind of in for a treat. ILAKA starting to lose quite a bit of a gap to Ignacio Glumser there. Got to remember, in practice and qualifying, Ignacio with, I mean, extremely just screaming pace in that number one. Right now sitting P2, but I mean, he continues to close the gap. And if we take a look at the sector difference between the two, I think that'll convey it here just a little bit more. That is a lot of, well, it's a lot of green both times, but a lot of green on the bottom side there as well. Looking at Ignacio, 0.023 seconds in sector 7 faster, as well as damn near even with him sector 8. Looking at sector 10 there is the big mover, as well as sector 11. 0.3 as well as 0.2 gained. See what it is here, sector 12, as they come by the timing and scoring. Wow, right as I was trying to mention it. Now 1/10 of a second slower is Ignacio. The gap is definite. It's visually closing here. It's now cut down to 1.2 seconds is Ignacio. Ignacio with that easier pass back there on Rodham Katz. Rodham now 5 seconds back. Itzik now 11 seconds back from Rodham. Erza Rafael sits in 5th, 38 seconds back from P4. Checking on Rodham Katz, still about in the same camera shot. I don't see any damage there on the 646, so was able to avoid that lap 1 incident. And, oh, it happened in a hurry. Got to remember, this is only the Silver Series right now, so the Gold Series, they will have a top 10 inversion after our first heat, after their first heat race. Right now, though, after our first heat race ends in the Silver Series, well, it's just, we're just going to line up the way that the way that these drivers finish here tonight. All right, white flag is out. Just that's no big deal. Just 26 more kilometers to go. And well, if you think about it, that is 150 chances for Ignacio Glumser to possibly get ever so closer. Look at the gravel starting to accumulate off the racing line. Ignacio gets off that racing line into the gravel. He loses some grip in those tires. Yeah, you see it on the timing and scoring right now. Loses another 10th there. Gap now down to 1.4 seconds. Back to ILAKA, our race leader. Took it there on the start after starting P2, but right now trying to run away with it, but he has a long way to go and quite frankly, a long time to get there. Right now, our first driver shown, I believe this is our first driver shown a lap down. Yes, Rodham left. Got to remember, Rodham, he has those points working for him this season, as well as, where is it, Rodham Katz there. They were nose to tail there in the points, 2nd and 3rd. Rodham looking to have a better heat race number 2, or I guess you call that feature here. As actually, Rodham up 3 spots here tonight from the Nürburgring. Still looking to gain a little bit more as the next driver in front of him, Matt Meerman. The driver number 79, IIL, orange and white, right as I mentioned it, goes off the racing surface. Gonna take a little bit of the grass there with him, but no harm, no foul. Just trying to get around the long track one more time is Matt Meerman. Did I call him Matthew? God dang, okay. Matt Meerman, there we go. All right, any other incidents that we have missed? This is, I believe this is a newer one with Ofer here. Mr. Mazuz, as he runs off the racing circuit here, and that Bumblebee looking yellow and black machine. So we had, that is a that car is not happy. Ofer, I'm going to actually abide to take the fast tow there, excuse me. That's about probably a 7-minute tow right there. As right now, back again to our race lead, Ignacio pulls his tires right back down, is able to get right back within striking distance. We're looking at 0.8 of a second between ILAKA, Ignacio Glumser, as we're ticking it about to our halfway point here at the last lap, white flag lap in heat race number 1. As Ido Tal, huge smoke, huge lockup out of the right, or excuse me, the left front tire. I believe that was there. That's going to present even more of a gap, a closure of that gap for Ignacio Glumser. So we take a look at the old drone camera shots. It's continuing to get ever so closer, visually closer. Let me know who you have down there in YouTube chat below. Do you have Ido Tal? He has led every lap today, every corner today, or do you have Ignacio Glumser, the driver who swept Laguna Seca just 2 weeks ago here in the Silver Series? He continues to inch ever so closer. Now gets the gap. 0.5 seconds between these two drivers. Ignacio is definitely within the slipstream range, but we're going to start to head to a little bit more technical portion of the racetrack here. Gonna have the dirty air flying across the nose as well as underneath the car. Here Ignacio gets ever so closer to Ido. He's going to start losing grip, losing a little bit of race pace in his LMP3. He's going to have to fight that though. Look at the wheel input, so hard on the left, right back to the right. We're going to head up and through the mountains of Germany for the last time here tonight on our white flag lap. Then we'll bring one more heat race at you. Then got that Gold Series coming at you live from Stam Studio Network on, as well as the IIL YouTube channels on this same exact broadcast. Here is Ignacio Glumser continuing to close that gap. He is definitely within that slipstream range. Once again, it's going to hurt him within the corners, but help him on the long straights. Looking out that diffuser cam of our leader, Ido Tal. Here, we'll hop on board with Ignacio. Look at the run that this driver is able to get down our a little shorter straightaway here. And once again, keep that dirty air in mind. Look at Ignacio trying to offset himself from our leader, Ido Tal. Ignacio is as close that he has ever been this whole race. Here we go, Ignacio passing the grass, looking down the inside. He is there. Ido Tal plays defense. Going to slide Ignacio Glumser right up the track. Ignacio going to have to regroup and rearm. Here we go, coming to the checkered flag, just a few kilometers away from this point. Oh man, Ignacio deep into the braking zone. He's going to fight from it there. Going to lose a little bit there on the corner exit. Ignacio Glumser still P2. Ido Tal P1 as we head through the carousel for the final time in heat race number 1. We are inching ever so closer to our checkered flag. Does Ignacio have anything for Ido Tal? Back to our drone cam, the aerial coverage brought to you by SSN. And once again, oh, that was Ignacio really sacrificing a little bit of that last exit, not even within the same camera shot at the moment, as Ignacio actually falls back now to 0.6 seconds. Oh, I think Ignacio cooked it there, that last corner. Well, as I say that, he's now closing the gap once again. He'll have this little short shoot to try and get through here, work and try reel in Ido Tal once again. This task, oh, it's catching Ido is one thing, but passing him is going to be another. Both of these drivers off of the racing circuit, depositing gravel for these P3, 4, as well as P13 to deal with here. But right now, Ido Tal continuing to lead and expand that gap. Now has it back down to 1 second. Excuse me, back up to 1 second. Alrighty, well, Ignacio, that was as close as we had seen you get there to our race leader, but I think what I'm starting to see is that this driver who swept us 2 weeks ago from Laguna has the points, also has this pace to possibly come away with heat race at number 2. We're just going to have to see how things play out. As, oh, man, really gets loose there off of the that diffuser bottoming out. We've seen that every lap here. Ido now losing just another second after that. Man, massive save it was for Ido, but not what he was looking for. Here we go. This is when Ignacio needed that draft here. The long straightaway from the Nürburgring. He's not going to be close enough there to make a move there in our last sectors of the lap. And speaking of those sectors, what was so much quicker for Ignacio? Well, the last two, it ruined his chances here in heat race number 1. So we see Sector 13 update there. Yep, still slower as we're going to head up the roller coaster once again. Oh boy, yep, I think Ido can start slowing and woeing this thing down. He's got that 2.5 second gap. He doesn't need to push as hard as he once did. Is this driver going to come around and take the checkered flag? Congratulations, Ido Tal. You can conquer the ever-ending road course here from the Nürburgring. Man, Ignacio, you were close there. We'll have to see what heat race number 2 brings. And guys, don't forget, heat race, after our feature here in silver, we're going to bring you the gold series right on the same channels here, the same video. You don't need to go anywhere. That's after our next 3 laps here from Nürburgring. Rodem Cat's going to bring an OMP3. How about Itzit Grossman going to bring an OMP4? Urza Rafael, Birdie, Ofek, Rodem, Matvey. How about Ofer Mazuz, rounding out our top 10 in his very vibrantly colored LMP3. Tomer here ending up a P11 at -1 spot where he started. And man, Liron also had tons of pace there practice and qualifying. Unfortunately going to lose 7 spots, drop down to P12 on his penultimate finish here tonight from the Nürburgring combines layout. And man, got a feel for Mini here as well. The driver, the 77, going to finish 13th as well, as just did not have that race start that they were looking for. Alrighty, stick with us here on Stam Studio Network as well as that IIL YouTube channel. I'm going to take a quick break up here in the booth as we have these drivers just now coming to complete their laps. I'll be right back with you to bring you coverage of the feature race from Silver Series, as well as, once again, don't forget Gold Series coming up right after that. Be right back here on SSN. Alrighty, welcome back here into Stam Studio Network and the IIL YouTube channel. I appreciate once again every single one of you coming out tonight and making yourselves notice. We see you there in YouTube land. Not really too many people over here in the SSN chat, but I see you there over in the IIL. If you'd like a shout out, make sure you make your way over here to the SSN booth as well. We will take a look at our race results from heat race number 1 and rack and stack these guys. We're getting them ready for heat race number 2. Alrighty, well, I mentioned it earlier. If you're just now joining us, it's just going to be where we finished in this silver category, and then we're going to, for gold, it's going to be a little bit different when we get to that. Once again, that's going to be on the same streams, so stick around after this feature race from Silver Series. That's gold. We will have that top 10 inversion after the first heat for our feature, but no siree tonight. ILAKA, how about it? With that finish there. P1, well, he'll start P1. Ignacio, he had the chance. He had the opportunity to take that in that pole position, but did not get it done, unfortunately. But we'll start P2. He has the pace here to possibly take it to our drivers tonight. Rotom Cat's going to bring it home and start P3 for our feature race. How about Itzik Grossman right there, P4. There's Raphael, Birdie Galili, Ofek Drabinsky, Rotom Lev, Matvey Mirman. Ofer Mazuz rounding out us our top 10 drivers. Tomir, Liron Shooter, and Mini Land will round out the top 13. And while we finally get our cars fired and up to kind of pace lap speed, if you're just now joining in, well, I thank you greatly from the depths of my heart. But right now, a little bit something more important. Looking at the points coming into tonight, remember, this is our penultimate race, our second to last race of the season for both series, silver and gold. How about it, though? Ignacio Glumsher finished there P2, almost took the win away from ILAKA. He is leading us in the points. Rotom Cats P2, and then Rotom Lev P3. It's still anybody's ball game here as we inch ever so closer to rounding out the penultimate round of the Silver Series. And then, I can't wait for gold. Gold drivers, if you're tuning in, well, that race start was a little something to watch, and we'll definitely keep that in mind. As man, the top 3 were able to get away. That's exactly what you've all told me. Yeah, I chatted with this driver before the sessions opened today, and you've all said it's all in the qualifying. Just get away from the incidents before they happen, and quite frankly, that's exactly what we saw. See those start lights? No, that's not your TV going bad on you. That is the start lights there on the top of your screen. Just letting us know when we are about to go. But we will, of course, have that Porsche iRacing safety pace car dive into the safety of pits right before. You see some little new there on the bottom of the screen, that little bottom scroll wheel that's letting you know the point standings coming in to the races tonight, as well as my upcoming broadcast there on SSN. Be sure, if you like what you see, be sure. I know the time zones might not line up for guys there across the world, across the other side of the world, but it'd be cool to either have you there or to even see you there on YouTube. Alrighty, well, here we go. Who do you have there? Let us know it down there in YouTube land below. Right now, it's going to be ILAKA leading us. Green flag is out and away. Oh, man, what a jump is ILAKA. Here comes Ignacio Glumser. Rotom Cats also has Itzik Grossman right there with them. Remember, this is right where the that battle started and the wrecks happened here into the hard braking zone into turn 1. This time we're going to get away with it a little deeper into the pack as we get the right-hander right into the back left-hander. Oh, we were almost clear until we weren't. That's going to be Tomir once again going around back into 4th place. We're going to look here. It all happened so fast, and once again, well, that start was a lot cleaner than our last one, but right now only one driver involved. Here's a little battling starting to ensue. This is Ofek looking onto the back bumper. Oh, he has to get hard into the deep braking zone there, able to keep it out the back bumper of the 86. Ofek already looking one spot from where he started this race, the number 21 LMP3. How about Birdie Galili also at Rotom Lev right there with Ofek in the battle of the P6 spot. Battles everywhere. Which one do you look at right now? Well, ILAKA, he's starting to roll away. No, he screwed up the last exit there. Here comes Rotom Cats. We have seen this time and time again. Rotom with possibly a not the heat 1 he was looking for, but he has the pace in these feature races, able to get that much more comfortable with these LMP3 machines as we head out of the GP layout into the mountain, the green hell here. And right now, these gaps already so much more closer. Leader goes off. Oh, ILAKA off the racing circuit. We were on board with Rotom Cats there as we saw ILAKA a little too deep into the braking zone, asking a little bit too much of his LMP3, goes off, takes a little bit of aero damage on that right side. We'll have to see how far ILAKA falls to, as right now the battle for the race lead starting to heat up. Remember, Ignacio swept us 2 weeks ago there at Laguna. Here we go. Ignacio once again starting to reel in our race leader, just like he did in heat race number 1 a few moments ago. The battles are so much closer this time by, with the start actually and we'll clean this time in the Silver Series. How about this though? Closest battle on track. Here's Birdie Glilly, Rotom Lev going at it. This is Rotom Lev diving down the inside, gets the spot, running wide, able to somehow keep it on the racing circuit. We have battles. Oh my, this is a battle of 4 cars. We're looking too wide between the 4 of them. Which one do you watch here? This is the blimp cam coverage of it. Birdie just abiding, taking a little bit of a earlier braking zone there because he knows that some contact can and will ensue. That matter of fact, that was Matt Vey trying to stay out of the back bumper. Man, I like what we saw there for Birdie. He backed out of that thing. I said I saw this coming. Matt Vey running a little wide as he now has Ofer Mazuz run down the inside. I don't think Matt Vey had occurred any damage there. Definitely just running off the track and accumulating some gravel on his racing tires. Now you can throw a blanket over this battle for 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. There is Matt Vey. Oh, making the pass off Ofer Mazuz. Ofer with a little bit of an incident there. What happened with the number 422? Believe this is a replay of it here. Oh, just a lock-up city there for the 422 as Matt Vey says, thank you very much. I'm going to go right around. His front tires there is Ofer Mazuz not happy with the way that he has treated them on this opener to the feature race here in the Silver Series. Right now, we'll hop back on the battle for the race lead right now. How about it? This is Rotom Cats. He had that pace there in heat race number 1 after, well, quite a that start that had a avalanche, a snowball effect, if you will. Here comes Ignacio Glumster. Ignacio learning just quite a bit from heat race number 1, just where and when to push his LMP3. I believe he had the fastest lap in heat race number 1. We're gonna see how much closer Ignacio can close this gap, as he also has Isaac Grossman to deal right there behind him. Here's Erza Rafael holding off Ofek Drabinski there in for the 4th spot. His purple people leader looking good, but right now we're going to hop on board with him, looking right back on Ofek. Oh, a little flash of the lights, not even contact, but damn, it's going to get close to it. We're going to look side by side up the hill here into the mountain section here at the Nürburgring. This takes some skill, some racecraft between these 2 drivers. Oh my goodness gracious, we are still runs or even. No, there it goes. Ofek off the racing circuit. Man, he's gonna Ross Chastain that outside guard rail. Speaking of Ross, congrats on your World 600 win there last night. But oh man, I didn't think that side by side would work too much longer, and we saw the result of it. Ofek hard. Well, yeah, it could have been a lot harder into that outside guardrail as we will head through the carousel. Now, appreciate those sponsor boards ruining that camera shot. Here's a better shot of it here. Well, look at the banking. If it was nighttime, you'd see the sparks be flying out of the rear ends of these LMP3s. There goes Ofer Mazuz. Ofer, he's back right now to where he started the race, but having to deal with playing some defense, if you will, over Tomer. Tomer also involved that in another lap 1 incident in the Silver Series. Makes his way back up to P11 for the moment. Back for our battle for the race lead, man. Ignacio continues to close that gap. It was 7/10 last time we checked it. Here, 6/10 now. And if, we'll mention this, Itzik in P3 right now is definitely close enough. If Rotom and Ignacio start to do battle, expect Itzik to be right there with these guys as, well, now that gap cuts down to 0.4 of a second once again. Oh, we have some really nice battling up and down the field, but right now we'll stick up with the battle for the race lead and also have quite a few replays on standby here. We'll get with those here in just a few moments. Looks like Birdie Galili involved in one of them. Oh, running off the track there is Rodham Katzman. Oh, contact for the race lead! Oh, the race leader is going to go on his lid. It's Grossman around. He goes, is going to take the lead. Oh my goodness gracious. Pass for the lead gone wrong. Oh my God. That was Ignacio Glumsher there. Apologies, it's taking me a second here. This is it here, headed into our second little NASCAR banked section. God, okay, back this puppy up, guys. Oh my days. Send out the AMR safety crew. Send out the amber lamps. Here we go. This is Ignacio looking down the inside. Just, oh, call that what you will there. Spins out Rodham Katz. More than spins him out. Check this out. We're going to hop on board with Rodham around and, man, turtles Rodham. Oh boy. Well, that's once again how fast things can happen, and even though if it is for the lead, well, here we go. We're back this thing up once again here. I apologies, but I mean, it is Sin City right now. Send City. He put the postage stamp on that one and sent it down in there. Just no grip there on the bottom of the track. Possibly even bottomed out with that rear diffuser. It's important that those rear diffusers are here in the LMP3 machines. If they do make contact with the ground, there's nothing that you can do as a driver, and I think that could be the exact case that could have possibly happened with Ignacio there. Real quick, one more look at that replay as we'll hop on board with Ignacio. Oh, he had a run. I mean, you see the sparks fly out there out of Rodham as he ran wide and just, once again, happens that fast here, guys. You know what also happens fast? Opposite of it is these lap times. Man, 8 minutes 10 seconds last time by 8 minutes 4 seconds for Itzik. But that says we are getting up to speed. We'll have to see as this lap 2 temperatures, pressures, as well as the race start. Everything was just up to operating speeds, temperatures there. Right now, Itzik. Man, I'm liking what I'm seeing, and referring back to my notes here. Hang with me. How about it? All right, heat race number 1 2 weeks ago from Laguna. No top. Oh, yes, there it is. Top 4 for heat race number 1. And right now, looking good for heat race number 2. He finished 3rd in heat race number 2 from 2 weeks ago at Laguna. Right now, he's sitting in that race lead. Keep it up, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the baby blue number 4. ILAKA LMP3 machine tonight. Oh, battle for 2nd place. There goes the pass. Ofek Drabinski makes the pass on Erza Rafael. How about Rodham Lev is also right there with him. This is a nice battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Matter of fact, the final driver interview spot there is 3rd. There's in that spot right now, Rodham Lev. Don't count him out. He's 0.2 of a second. Oh boy, here we go. Battle starting to heat up here up and down the mountain section from the Nürburgring. Oh, man, that's Rodham Lev now going to run wide. Starting to lose some time there on Erza. And right now, let's take a look and see at how Ofek made the pass there. It was right when we cut to the battle for P2. Here's a better replay of it here. Oh, it's going to get tight on the 86's rear bumper. It leaves the door open, does Erza. And Ofek right there going to take P2 up 5 spots from where this driver started tonight. Speaking of him, right now holding off that purple people eater, number 86. Ooh, a little slight lock up there you saw out of Rafael. Going to, he'll stay close enough there. That could possibly be that dirty air once again. You're close enough within these longer straightaways that you have a little bit of a run to work with, a little bit of a slipstream. But as you head into the tighter technical portions, there's a right behind. Oh my God, Ofek drives it hard into the rumble strips. We've seen that the rumble strips can send you right around, and right now another lockup there for our P2 running driver is Ofek. He loses even more time to our P3. No, I told you guys that I got the old the replays here on standby, but we haven't had enough time to look at any of them. It's been just, I mean, the battles here, especially for the second, third, and fourth spot, they're starting to really get good. And speaking of good battles, hang on here. This is side by side with Miniland, as well as, is that Tomer? It is Tomer taking the spot. Tomer of 5 spots since the start of the race. And oh man, Mini with a big lock up there. Tomer, oh, another lap 1, turn 1 incident for this driver. He is not messing around in the silver feature race. Number 94 finds his way up to P6. And how about Itzik, though, able to miss that incident earlier on in the race, working with that 10-second gap right now over Ofek Drabinski. Here's Rafael, Rodem, Lev, Liran, Shooter, Tomer, Mini, Ofer, Matvey, Idotal rounding out that top 10. Ooh, here comes Rodem Lev back to the back bumper on Urza. Gonna look down the inside. Matter of fact, runs are even. Here we go. I didn't think he had a run there, did Rodem, but gets right back to the back bumper, closes that gap, what was a second since his last mistake. Here we go, side by side, contact between the two. Rodem gets his left side tires off the racing surface. No harm, no foul. We're gonna keep things side by side. Goodness gracious, how do you do this here? I can't even run by myself here. Just keep it on track. And well, these drivers were making side-by-side work. That's Rodem Lev making his way to the final driver interview spot. Nice run, nice pass, Mr. Lev. Ooh, nice drive off the corner there as well for the 404. Starts to run away here a little bit from the 86. Here we go. A little carousel action here, a little long left banked. Trust me, I know plenty about the old long left banked hand corners. But right now, let's take a look at some incidents here as that pass for P2 has now made its way. This is late on Birdie. He's going to rewind this one. Oh, he has no, oh my, damage on this LMP3. No downforce at all to work with. I would assume some toes are knocked out as well. And, there's nothing to work with there for the 420. And here's Ido Tal's incident. This is after this driver had fallen away from the race lead, just trying to get everything he can out of the number 12. And oh man, that was a hard lick. Let's hop on board with a little driver I can action there. Love the driver eye cams because this is, we'll go full speed. This is exactly what Ido Tal saw. Gets a little bit deep on those rumble strips. Mentioned that earlier in the broadcast. Silver Series drivers, if you're watching, keep off of these man, oh my, there are mountains down there. Look at how it banks him off the racing surface. And oh, that LMP3 machine has also seen better days. Alrighty, we still got quite a ways to go here. Once again, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, every single one of you there behind the scenes, Ilya, Tal, shouting out to you all there as well, allowing me to come bring you coverage here, even if it's just myself here behind the scenes, or with the producing and the commentating, but you guys there as well. I'm going to treat you guys to it because I quite frankly don't know how you do it. Enjoy the sights, the sounds of the racetrack. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth. All right, well, I take that back. Okay, what in the name? Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, so we're going to come to the white flag here. Ofek's going to have quite a bit of rear damage there, but, man, that was contact on end. Rodem Lev, the 404, just sent it there 1, 2, 3 times. Oh, man, around he goes, as I think he's possibly trying to send Ofek around. No, now Ofek with his damage, not able to make his car work the way that he is intending to. Oh, look at that left front tire. That is popping out worse than, I don't even know what to compare that to at this moment. I don't even think that tire is running. Or rolling, I guess you could say. Let's take a look here. Yep, that Michelin is gone. Locked up. Ofek off the racing circuit. Most likely going to try and take a tow here. Nope, he's going to stay back on the racing surface. No way is this driver to get around 26 kilometers with a left front tire not even spinning. Oh, the right-handers, he's going to be feeling it here. Oh, into the gravel trap Ofek goes. Going to keep it on track. Man, okay. Let's try and see if I have this replay here with... Nope, this is Rodem Lev after the incident. So much damage on his LMP3 machine right here. Well, nothing that he can do. Okay, I believe this is the incident here. Yep, here we go. Man, I did some magic at finding this one, and I think the bump in the track there is what sent Rodem a little wide. Well, it could have been the contact as well. We'll have to back that one up. Yeah, that was the contact right there and sent Ofek into the wall. Rodem Lev right there with him. One more look at this replay. As again, I apologize for this, but it is the easiest way to see this. And well, let's see here. Here comes Rodem with a massive run right to the rear diffuser, to the rear wing of Ofek, and there definitely is contact. I think, that possibly just a braking zone differential between these two. It's so hard to tell, but call that what you will, as we are now once again on our white flag lap. See, it's a Grossman's there. That's what a functioning left front Michelin is supposed to look like there, and it's working his way back up to speed. Matter of fact, speaking of speed, taking a look at the bottom of your screen here. We're working upwards of 270 kilometers an hour. That was back down to third gear. As we rip through about 100 here. Oh, goes a little wide, does Itzik. Let's see what the old top speed is here at these LMP3 machines. I believe it's going to be 265. That's going to be my gamble here if we're even able to reach it. Nope, going to be a quick left-hander. Hopefully able to have the grip here. We've seen those exact rumble strips there take out quite a few drivers here tonight. Nope, Grossman knows, hey, those rumble strips do not have my name written on them. Right now working with a 20-second gap. We have the battle for P2 starting to heat up a little bit. Matt Vey's going to go off the track and instantly tow to the pits. That was a huge incident I just saw in timing and scoring. We'll take a look at this one. Brought to you by Stam Studio Network. After it happened, that's man, the rear side pod loves to pop off these LMP3s. That's been quite a few times there tonight. And Matt Vey, around he goes one more time. I think that's when just takes it to the instant tow. Alrighty, so before our little crank it up was interrupted there last time, once again I'm going to treat you guys to the sights, the sounds of the racetrack. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth on this white flag lap. Alrighty, good. Crank it back down. Welcome back to ELSSN as well as the IIL Gold Series drivers. Hope you are getting ready to tackle the green hell. Man, the toughest track, I would say, in the old iRacing universe. I don't know how you guys do it. You dedicate probably, that's at least 1% of the brain or two just to this whole track alone. Oh, 150 corners, 26 kilometers. How do you memorize something like this? I have tried. I maybe have that first fourth, maybe half of the track down, and then I just get too fed up with myself. I can't do it. Our cameraman's hiding up in the trees up there. It's okay, buddy. Come on back down. There's Raphael not going to run over any cameraman tonight. There's a nice run, as well as this is going to help him out in the points. This starts our penultimate round here tonight from the Nürburgring combined layout. Then 2 weeks from now, going to be our championship in the LMP3. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? That's my 3rd season with you guys, and once again, thank you every single one of you for putting up with me. You know, there's different options out there, but man, Tal Stern, appreciate you. Yuval, as well as yeah, there, everybody behind the scenes making this all happen. Our leader right now working with that 20 seconds gap, and then a little bit closer gap from P2 to P3. That's about it. Hang on here. Okay, there we go. Apologies there. Liron is leading Erza. Just wanted to make sure I had something right there. Tomer, how about his march back up and through the field tonight? Tomer was once again involved in a lap 1, turn 1 incident. Makes his way up to P4. That is +7 spots where this driver started tonight. Whoa! Runs the higher line there into the carousel section, or carousel turn. Tomer, keep it up, buddy. That's going to help you out in the points as well. Well, checkered flag, here we come for Itzit Grossman. Congratulations. Oh my goodness, what a first race. Well, a little bit different turnout, a little bit different reaction there in the second one. Itzit, congratulations on conquering the Nürburgring combined layout. How about Lyron? Going to finish P2, Erza, Raphael, P3, Tomer, P4. How about Ofer Mazuz, bring it home, P5, the Silver Series night. Fans there in YouTube land, once again, stick around. We'll have these top 3 drivers from Silver Series interviewed, and then in the same broadcast. You don't need to go anywhere. We'll be bringing you Gold Series action from this same track. 1 heat race, then we will invert that top 10 for the feature. Mini Land comes home P6, as we saw Ofer just there on 2 wheels there. If Minis is able to bring his way back around. Rodham Cats. Ignacio Glumser. Oh, Ignacio. The pace that this driver has had throughout tonight. Both Heat Race 1, Heat Race 2. Man, he will be back for vengeance in 2 weeks from now. Ido Tal should bring his LMP3 home P9. Bertie Galili will bring it home P10. Oh, and the damaged 420 Ofek, Drabinski, the 21, Rodham Lev, and Matvey Mirman bring it home. Round out our 11, 12, and 13th spots. Top 3, if you do have a copy, be sure to make your way to some Discord there. I will be sure to find you. You guys there joining in YouTube land, I'm going to treat you to a few drone shots, a few ads, and be right back with you with these leaders.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, welcome back here to Nürburgring. This was perfectly timed. Could not get much better than this. Holy moly, we're going to have some two-wide action. Oh, this is going to be Yuval Merrick as well as Arnon Levi going to go side by side into that deep, hard braking zone of turn one. That's going to be a lockup for Arnon Levi. Low contact for Yuval Merrick, able to get well through it. Here comes Iran Deliski, Yossi Gabe making their way up through 4th to 5th. Oh, here's some nice battling. Here comes Tal Stern into P6. There's a little dive bomb city for Mark Zubarev as tires, brake temperatures, nothing is up to operating pressures yet. Here we go. We are starting to get a little more single file now. Calm, clean, cordial starts compared to our Silver Series. Cha-Cha with a huge lockup going to go into the gravel trap, able to save the car. Tires not going to be too happy. Reuven not going to be too happy. Is now Yuval Merrick going to take the lead. Oh boy, that happened a little quick there for Reuven. Somehow able to hold on to the LMP3 after a massive front lockup. Here's some more side-by-side action. Here's Rancesoni trying to make his way back up and through the field as Ido Baustan has the spot for now. Ido up 2 spots since the drop of the green flag. Here comes Ran. He's up +4. More gravel getting accumulated all through the racing circuit. Battle for the race lead continuing to inch ever so closer to one another. Here's Yuval trying to really set up the braking zone and the section into the mountain here into the green hill as Reuven now going to slip down to the inside. Contact for our race lead. Here comes side by side Arnon Levi. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Well, he went up to P2, now has the spot from Yuval Merrick. That was contact for our race lead. Reuven Cha-Cha now back out up front. Rodham Cats, if you are listening, I will be bringing you a driver interview here about to mid-race once we start to single file things here just a little bit and get to hear from Rodham Cats. Nice runs there in the Silver Series. Right now, Yuval losing the spot here up in the front of the pack as Hinez trying to now look down the inside of Arnon Levi, not opting for the slipstream here. That's a really nice send. Clean, well done pass for Yuval. Makes his way back up to where he started this race. Here comes Arnon Levi. He's not out of it just yet. Yossi Gabe, he's got Alan Gabe right on his back bumper. How about Iren leading this battle for P4? It's like, what do we watch here? We don't even have the drive. No chopper cam available. That was pure white as we are racing in the mist. No wet track conditions down for us just yet. And really quick. Well, we're starting to look a little single file. I'm going to get to our last race winner, our Silver Series driver. Stick with us here. Check this out. This is going to be a driver interview while we are under green. I will be bringing that with you in just a moment. Looks like Rodham made his way out of the driver interview booth. Sorry, Rodham, there. The sessions just are really back-to-back with one another here from Silver Series to Gold. By the time I was ready for that whole interview, or we both were there, well, that's how fast things start here in the Gold Series. We got into the session just in time, and just in time to see some side-by-side battling here. There's Alan making his way around Yossi. Got Alan now our biggest mover since the drop. That's a plus 6 spots. Alan finds his way up to P5. We haven't missed anything since we last saw it. Reuven Yuval, Arnon Levi, still our first, second, third. Ido Balstan with a bit of an incident we can take a replay of real quick. See what happened with Ido here. This is, I believe Ido was in about 10th spot when he runs wide onto the rumble strips. Hard, heavy contact with that, the guardrail-esque barrier. No tires there. That's going to be pretty detrimental damage for the driver of the number 50. No harm, no foul. If he can find his way up to P10, though, we do have that top 10 inversion grid from after our first heat race here tonight for our feature in the Gold Series. Goodness gracious, I'm still trying to get everything underneath me here. We got some more incidents to look at, some more replays. Here's going to be one with Tal Stern. I believe Tal, this is his favorite track. It was not missing this race. Unfortunately, it finds its way into the gravel trap. This happened a little bit earlier on. Here's a look at it. Possible contact between these two drivers here on lap 1. Oh, that is a little accordion effect there. That's also going to involve Mark Zubarev. Mark able to get his Red Bull number 030 up and going. Seriously, man, the start was cleaner, but separate incidents since that start. I think we've seen a cleaner kind of second part of the race in the Silver Series. Oh man, that's another driver around. Look like Dror. Nope, here's Dror's incident here. Self-induced spin, just on the throttle a little bit too early. All right, sorry about the old mist here tonight. We're trying to get rid of it, but a track as big as Nürburgring. We're working, what is this, 26 kilometers, 150 different corners. Well, weather conditions in one part of the track can be, quite frankly, just opposites of what they are at another as we are heading up and down the Green Hell, the mountain here tonight from Germany. And how about these battles? They're really starting to get a little bit closer to one another here. Up closer than the Silver Series battle started to separate from one another, both respectfully and, I mean, just pace-wise there. Chow Chow still up out front. And, okay, I wasn't going to get too far in this broadcast without bringing this up. I have heard from multiple drivers. This is world record holder in LMP3 right here. Reuven Chow Chow is, if that's just Garage 61, counting that, or if it, even racing itself there. Reuven having himself, goodness, an immaculate run here tonight. He just needs to keep it clean. And, well, the way you keep it clean at the Nürburgring, it's you just have to woe things down a little bit. Nope, this track is definitely engraved into our leader's brain as we're starting to see the pace show for the number 1. Also, how about the number 25, Yuval here? Yuval was a little nervous coming into the race, but I think the nerves are definitely past him now and just all trying to focus on the race track. These conditions as well. Track not up to the temperatures that we had there in our Silver Series. And, well, oh man, look at the mist is really starting to come down now. It's still showing dry track conditions, so no wet tires have been put onto any of these racers' cars here tonight, but man, gap is starting to continue to shrink between Arnon and Alan. There we see it. No bump drafting action here in the LMP3s. That's going to be Alan. Oh, now back down to the inside as that white LMP3 machine just barely able to slide up in front and take the final driver interview spot for heat race number 1. Speaking of complete, that was 1 lap there, guys. That was 7 minutes 54 seconds for 1 lap. And once again, I have no clue how these drivers do it. They don't have GPS available to us here like you might have in your old average going road car. Definitely know if you're used to iRacing, you know that they do have the driver line available. No, not in the IIL, ILAKA Esports Plus. I mean, come on now, that driving line, a little bit too much distraction going on there anyways. Our closest battles on track at the moment between Alan, Arnon, also have Iran and Yossi Gabay, as well as, how about, I think there's Gilead and Mark Zubrev. Yes, it is. Mark's still trying to work his way back up to where he started. Mark, unfortunately, dropped down to P11 after that first lap incident. Finds himself -5 spots from where he started. Another lockup there out of the number 7. Possibly a little contact there, or maybe even lack of it. I didn't hear anything. We're keeping things all clean. The racecraft, the speed here tonight from the ILAKA Esports Gold Series. Remember, this is going to be 3 laps of racing action, and then going to have the one, the only, the top 10 inversion. Not done with the Silver Series. We will do it after our first heat race for our feature and heat race for our feature race. Right now, looking at Gilead here, the driver in number 7. He's in that, pretty much the cap burn seat, you could call it here. Will start off in the pole position in our feature race if he's able to hold off a hard charging Mark Zubarev. Oh, there's a nice battle there between Iran and Yossi. Yossi just was able to get that spot for P5, and you better run, you better hide right now, because Iran is, he's in a sandwich. He also has Ran right on his back bumper. Okay, taking a look at our 3 different driver cams tonight. You got Yuval there on the bottom. How about Reuven? That's a new driver with us, continuing to lead 13-second gap. Man, the one, the only Ran. How about it? Ran up 5 spots where this driver started the race, and he's still looking on gaining some more. He's made his way up to P7. He's trying to get P6, P5 right there in front of him out of Iran and Yossi. Francis Sony, how about this driver? I mean, the points this season, he is sitting up in 3rd. He is now down the outside. This might get a little tight here. Look at the focus on Rand's face. I don't think I've seen this driver blink within the last minute or 2. That's another big lockup there out of Yossi. Rand slots back, takes away P6 from Iran. Keeping the driving cams up on screen right now. Man, how about it? You can't say enough about Chow Chow here. I believe this driver leading us up in the points in the Gold Series. That's some more really some nice, oh boy, some focus, some concentration there out of Reuven. Look at that. That's a different screen setup I've seen here. Really nice wide, ultra wide there out of Cha Cha, and then got Yuval doing a little moonwalk action there, a little 90 degrees. But all of these drivers, I mean, you can't count them out of this heat race number 2 with that top 10 inversion, the hard, deep braking zone into turn number 1. We've seen what it can do for this LMP3, this long, narrow car, both in the Silver Series, even in the Gold Series. We had a little bit of action there in lap number 1. Looking at our closest battle on track right now, this is Rand still trying to reel in Yossi. He's got the lap times, he's got the sectors to do it right now. Gets that gap right now to 0.5 of a second, does Rand. Once again, this is our penultimate round of this championship. 2 weeks to go until that championship run. Well, Rand, if he can continue to gain some championship points here, he could possibly find that gap and keep himself within that top 3 range in the Gold Series. All you have to do is just be there in that last race, and well, you can definitely have a chance. Right now we're seeing Rand take those chances. Yossi, he's playing some really nice defense right now over Rand. We've seen the pace that the driver has of the number 43. Well, Yossi, he's really not trying to let it bother him too much. He's got a rear view mirror full of Rand, but okay, I'm just going to no harm, no foul here. Just continue to hit my marks. Once again, I don't know how these drivers have this whole 150 turn track memorized. I've tried myself. I'm about halfway there, but I think I'm the old give up action here. I know, call it what you will, but right now, how about Rand continuing to close that gap as Rand just tries to find his way for that P5 spot. Baba here, the driver of the number 5, makes his way up to P8, up 5 spots since the drop of the green flag. Now he's trying to reel on Iran here to get P7. That gap is just now 0.15. Iran deeper into the braking zone there, able to drive the car off with just a little bit more speed, more pace, a little bit more momentum there. Closes that gap ever so slightly, but got to remember the dirty air within these shorter sections of the track. That you want the slipstream, believe you me, in the longer portions of the Nürburgring, but especially in these Le Mans Prototype 3 machines, you don't have the clean air up on the front splitter. That big old rear wing, also have the rear diffuser underneath this car. It quite frankly will make your car turn like a boat. I think we're starting to see that play here for Sissi and Baba. Gilead makes his way up to P10 right now, up plus 4 spots on the night. Driver number 7, LMP3, or red, white, was that red, white, and blue on his machine. Liking what I see there out of driver number 7. Also, you see in the bottom of your screen, this driver, lots of these Gold Series drivers with the real-life race experience there. It's cool to see. I appreciate you uploading your guys' driver pictures there to the SDK gaming database. Gives us just something a little bit more to talk about up here in the booth. All right, y'all see here just continues to hold off Rand. This is no feat. This is not a fluke, as you could say. You'll see showing the speed, the pace, and the racecraft that this driver has. And, well, let's treat you guys right to it. Crank this puppy up, and I'll treat you guys to the sights, the sounds of the racecraft, of the racetrack, excuse me. I'll be back right with you up here in the booth. Alright, welcome back here into STAM Studio Network as well as the IIL YouTube channel. Right now we are on board with Ray and Sony as we hop back in with the mountain section of the track, getting away from the GP layouts. I really appreciate Tal setting this up here tonight for these drivers to come show us their skill, their racecraft, as well as their concentration. It takes all of you here tonight to bring us this race, and as well as it takes every little bit of that racing concentration here. Once again, looking at our driver cams, we are on board with Ran. We're looking at that driver on the top of the screen. Got Ryuven there, in the middle of the sandwich there. How about old Cha-Cha continues to pull away with the race lead. Goodness, look at the feedback here as we hop on board. The force feedback, the real life camera for Cha-Cha there on the left. Then you see just the driver inputs there on the right side. Even man, oh man, this driver. Oh yes, there you see it. Works that wrist out. I think that's my favorite move there to do when I'm racing, to get that wrist all stretched out and getting ready for the next little section here of the Nürburgring. Ryuven working with that 8-second gap, should come away with the checkered flag in heat race number 1. But remember, what is the checkered flag? What is our race winner in heat race number 1 will start in P10. How about Yuval Merrick? He's now 9 seconds back from our race leader. He's trying to hold off Alan Gabe. Alan continuing to get ever so closer. And since our last little replay time that we've checked, I believe Idle Bowstand with an incident we'll take a look at real quick. This driver number 50 LMP3 machine. Oh, that doesn't sound healthy. No, it's already missing a rear wing. That's, yeah, looks like Ido just going to pull this to a complete stop here. Oh my, what is drag? I have never heard that sound in iRacing. What? Alrighty, well, iRacing continuing to simulate even more that I know about here. Look at, yeah, Ido's saying, yeah, this puppy's done. This is toast. Meatball flag out. Another incident that since our last one, this is going to be, unfortunately, oh man, another Tal Stern. What has gone on with driver number 11 here? Another self-induced, just a little on the throttle a bit too early, trying to carry a bit too much speed, and then on those rumble strips, the LMP3 really hates the rumble strips here tonight. Well, really everywhere, but especially the Nürburgring. Oh boy, alrighty, we're about halfway, about 3/4 through our white flag lap. I know the lap just keeps going here, but man, Cha-Cha, I don't think there's going to be any driver that has anything for him. I don't want to give him the old Sean and Tater curse, but with this speed, with the world record speed, matter of fact, for Cha-Cha, oh, it's going to be hard to beat. Be sure that you are watching where that driver number 1 starts heat rate. Well, we'll know where we'll start it, but where will he get away from the action? Be sure to keep Cha-Cha on. Oh, just like that. Oh my God. Holy instant, hard into the wall. Rand just does not know what happened there. His life flashing in front of his eyeballs. Oh man, that was a hard impact. I believe that was a pass gone wrong for Yossi there. It was, and oh man, we're gonna have to take another look at that one. Oh, drivers still trying to make their way through. This is exactly what happens real life. Nürburgring 24-hour. Oh man, Dima also involved. Now driver number 13 just had nowhere to go. Alrighty, we're gonna see if we have enough clearance here in the air. Oh man, this is after it's happened. That's Yossi there. Okay, here's Ran and Yossi going at it. Sorry for the old mistiness. This is possibly a little loss of grip because of that mist. Oh, Ran just, God, if he was a few centimeters further back, he wouldn't have got involved there. Oh man, that's gonna be race-ending damage for both of these drivers. A couple more times there. Man, Yossi, that thing snapped around on him as he ran over the rumble strips here. Here's a little slower shot at it. Okay, here's a little slower shot. Oh, yep, just those left sides catching at the bend there up on the rumble strips, and Rand's probably not too happy. Oh, especially because now they fall out of that top 10. Remember, top 10 takes away pole position. Going through the old graffiti portion of the track here, Reuven. I'm starting to to put the track here together, especially from the broadcast point of view. The cameras, completely different look, but I can tell you we are on the long straightaway for the final time tonight, and that just means Reuven inching ever so closer. Just a couple more turns to go to solidify heat race number 1 before our feature in Gold Series, working that 12-second gap. You know who's not working a 12-second gap right now? Alain Gabay. He passed Yuval Merrick, was able to take that P2 spot away, and this is huge on the points as Yuval tries to get every little point available that's left in this season as we continue to tick down. This is the penultimate race here from the Nürburgring, and you can't get much better than this. Here we go, side by side down the long straightaway, real quick. Here comes Cha-Cha, taken away, going to confirm heat race number 1. Congratulations, Reuven, and good luck. Best of luck starting back there in P10. It's all in the qualifying effort, and, well, you made it look easy driving away from the field. Alain Gabay going to keep in front of Yuval Merrick, take away P2. Yuval take away our final. Oh, whoa! Did he give the spot back there? No, just barely didn't. Yuval still taking P2. Excuse me, Yuval P3, Alain Gabay P2. Apologies there. Going to Arnon Levi, going to take P4. How about Sisian Baba, Iran Dalitsky? 4th, 5th, and 6th on the field. Ran, wow, was able to keep this car running. Did not take that 10-minute tow down to the pit. Ran going to finish out heat race number 1, P7. Mark Zubarev, the 030, P8. Gilead, P9. Dima will bring it home, P10, after we saw this driver spin earlier on in the race. Got that Senna throttle technique working for the driver of the 13. Bring it home, P10. Drawer last, Ido Balstan, Omri, Tao, Yossi Gabay, rounding out our top 15 driver field. Or 15 driver field here tonight. We'll take a look at the race results once every driver has made their way across the start-finish line. And once again, a top 10 will be inverted here after this Gold Series race. And who do you have there? Is it going to be Cha-Cha with that world record pace in the driver number 1? Starting P10, will he get a clean start? Or will somebody like Yuval, possibly even Tal Stern? Tal will be starting P14 on the race, but the pace, the racecraft that we've seen within the drivers, not only this season, but also in the BMW 1 season ago, the Formula Light 2 seasons ago. It's a completely different racecraft between each and every car that we have ran. And once again, Tal, I appreciate you bringing us the old, the different style of racecraft that takes to haul these puppies around, especially a track like Nürburgring, one of your favorites here tonight. Fortunately, Tal bring it home P14. Drawer last making his P11 official, Ido Bastan. He's inching ever so closer to P12. Omri should bring it home P13, but he's got Tal Stern. Don't count him out just yet. 7. He's closing that gap now down to, it was 7.5, now down to 7 seconds. Cameraman, get out of the trees and stop hiding on us there. There you go. Tal Stern, here we go, coming around, and Yossi Gabay will bring it home P15, but unfortunately did take that 10-minute tow to the pits. So just a couple more drivers to go to make it on our first heat race. Going to bring you the feature here on Stam Studio Network and the IIL YouTube channel right after this. Stick with us. We'll be right back with you. Alrighty, welcome back here. Going to start off heat race number 2, and man, Reuven with a nice run there, going to win heat race number 1. How about Alan, Yuval, Arnon, Sission, Iran, Ran, Mark, Gilead, Dima, rounding out that top 10. Taking a look at our starting grid here tonight from our inverted top 10, Dima will bring it home. We'll have it on the pole after finishing P10 in heat race number 1 for our feature. Gilead, Mark Zubarev, Ran Sisioni, Hiran Deliski, Sission Baba, Arnon Levi, Yuval Merrick, Alan Gabe, Reuven Chacha, rounding out that top 10. Got that 15 driver field here tonight. Drawer last, Yoshi Gabe, Ido Baustan, Omri Farag, Tal Stern, rounding out that top 15. All right, once again, no, your TV is not broken. Those are the starting lights there up on top. Not even sure why we have them here tonight, as we will definitely be able to see when that pace car makes their way down into the pit. There you go. Look at me. I'm thinking on the old on the ball here tonight. Well, Dima, this is going to be interesting to see if this driver has the pace, if we can even see if they have the pace. My goodness, look at the mistiness here tonight. Oh boy, it's going to be pretty good. It's still dry track conditions. None of these drivers opting for wet weather tires. Also, don't forget about our driver who just, ran away with it there. Cha-Cha. Got him there in the old driver cams. Be sure to keep an eye on Reuven on this race restart. Hopefully no damage ensues here as we are inching ever so closer to that race restart. About all Ran, be sure to keep him in mind where he starts. And how about all Yuval there, bottom of the screen, looking like a bat there, but hanging in there as Yuval. He will start there P8, better starting position than our world record holder. Just coming up and down the old long straightaway for the final time, the final pace laps here tonight. This is the feature race from Gold Series. Then we're all done. I'll be bringing you some little Watkins Glen rebroadcast action, and then later tonight I will have the GR86 Challenge Championship at Toyota GR86. Oh man, that season has come down to just 3 points separating the top 2 there, so be sure, if it's within the time zone, you be sure to hit us up. But right now, we're going to have some more green flag ILAKA IIL action. Here we go. Feature race in the Gold Series. Dima going to lead us down into the hard braking zone. Turn 1 and 2. Here comes some more 2 wide. Call that 3 wide action here. Sisian Baba, Iran Delitsky. Reuven Chacha taking a little bit more cordial approach as we're looking 4 wide in front of Reuven. Reuven, that white and blue, middle of your screen there. Reuven contact to the front left. Hopefully no. Oh, Reuven has to take really evasive action. Goes around the whole track as we have Alan Gabe around. Alan able to keep it going. Ido Balstan, Ran Sisoni getting the worst of it all there. We'll get back onto our battle for the race lead as here comes Dima Medvednik running away from Gilead. He's got Sison Baba. Sission Baba working his way up to P3. Iran Delitsky, Yuval Merek makes his way all the way up to P5 already. This is huge in the points. There's another lock up there out of Gilead. Able to keep it. No, that's Gilead. He is not able to keep it under him. Goes off the track into the gravel. Does the driver of the 7 go back up front. Here comes Sission Baba right on the outside. Doesn't have it just yet. Door quarter clear for our leader of Dima. Here comes Sission Baba. Here's with Yuval Merrick. Little contact there, keeping things moving and grooving. Here's Iran Delitsky right there, has a front row battle. That's Yuval Merrick up to P3. Yuval's not messing around. He's trying to get away from Reuven after Reuven suffered some slight right front contact. That front after lap 1, turn 1 there. Here comes some more side-by-side battling here. Drawer last, Ido Balstan. Looks like Drawer able to find his way, work his way up to P10. Gains 1 spot since the drop of the green flag. Our biggest movers right now. Tal Stern, how about it? He was able to get through that, once again, a snowball, accordion effect on the race start. And real quick, I know things are, we're starting to get into the good stuff here. Let's hop on board with Tal Stern here. Saw what Tal did this race start. Is once again, this driver started last place, possibly even the safest place. Down the front straightaway, there's no harm, no foul. This was cleaner than our first start in Silver Series, and then, well, not for long. Here's when the contact ensues, and oh, the C's are just going to go ahead and part for Mr. Stern. He's going to say thank you very much. Back up to no, as we were taking a look at the replay of it. I'm sorry here, guys. Tal Stern going to get the Sean and Tater curse. Ah, rumble strips going to bite Tal. Oh man, nice evasive action there for the whole rest of the pack there. Somehow able to, especially Mark Zubrev, able to get off the racing surface there. Let's take another look at, yep. Rumble strips will bite you here in the LMP3s, whether it's the rear diffuser just digging into that rumble strip, and I think that's exactly what it was. It'll just send you around a little bit too quick there. Dima makes his way up to P2. How about Ryuvan Chacha? The last time we saw it, this was Yuval who was up here in P2. What happened with Yuval? Okay, there's so many incidents that I need to go over here. Here's, I believe, oh, where's Yuval at? Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to continue to search for this as the race goes on right now, but that's not a good look, as now he's trying to march his way up there after the top 10 inversion of Gold Feature Race, and not able. Well, it was able to make it happen until, let's see here. This is a pass when Aaron Deliski makes the pass, so I don't even think that there's. Oh boy. Okay, that was a big blink out for Aaron there. Okay, there goes that driver of, oh man, okay. Yep, that was a big incident there in it to the gravel trap. We're gonna have to rewind that one, boys and girls. That was 3 different incidents there. Yep, that's gonna be the cause of it. Too wide into the deep braking zone, into the Grand Prix layout of the track, not even on the mountain yet, and Omri, unfortunately, with some heavy contact to the front of his LMP3. Speaking of Omri, this is live, or just was live. Oh, big incident here up in front. Oh my goodness, that's the very, very vibrant drawer last, number 55. Omri, after taking some evasive action there, somehow is able to make it work, but unfortunately, in the whole midst of things, drops to P5 respectively on track as he's still trying to reel in drawer last. Side-by-side battles all throughout the track. Not something that we're used to here. Up and down the mountain section of the Nürburgring. Gilead into the wall. Hard contact. Goes right in front and onto the racing line. These Gold Series drivers able to make evasive action happen. Holy Mark Zubrev. That's the second or third time tonight that's able to barely stay alive. We saw Gilead as it happened. Well, we're going to have to take 2,000-3,000 looks at it. And once again, take a look at the evasive action behind this driver. Yeah, too wide. It's just, we saw this plenty of times. I believe this, matter of fact, same exact corner here. Gilead hard into the wall as this was a fight up here for P2, I do believe. Look at Mark Zubrev. Oh, and taking Yossi there, I do believe is that. No, not Yossi. That was, oh, no, Yossi's out of the race. Oh, Yossi, that could be their contact right there. All right, one more. I'm sorry here. Yep, Yossi not able to make the Mark Zubrev line there work, and just overcorrects the car after the incident had happened, or just got onto the grass. There's no grip. This is once again just like watching a Nürburgring 24-hour. Well, not even the 24-hour, but crash compilations here. Here's a battle for P2. Alan Gabay, nice outside line, works the outside, able to make it work off of Dima. Here we go, battle for our final driver interview spots. Dima holding off Arnon Levi. Yuval Merrick, he is able to march his way, fight up for the final driver interview spots. Of course, being P3, hopping on board with Mr. Yuval now. You know it. We got those driver cams as well. Yuval hanging in there in the old driver cams, almost looking like a bat, but he's also hanging in here in the race. This is battle for 3rd, 5th, 6th. He wasn't able to make the dive bomb work there on Arnon. Oh, Arnon going to run way wide. He's going to, matter of fact, he doesn't even need to make himself notice there. Arnon's just going to, I believe that looks like a rear diffuser bottom out there and just lose the spot. There's nothing you can do as the driver. Unless it's just try and run on a little bit cleaner portion of the track where you don't have to deal with those bumps. Let's take a look and see once again here. Oh, okay. That was our second carousel there, but the second banked left-hander. And Yuval, man, making easy work of Arnon here. Well, matter of fact, cutting back to live action, this is starting to get good here between Yuval Dima for once again the final spot of the driver interviews. Dima has it right now on it's the outside line. He's going to give the point by to Yuval, saying, all right, I'm going to live to fight another day here. Dima falls back to P4 as Arnon on his rear diffuser coming to complete lap number 2, I do believe. Man, oh man, this is lap 1, excuse me, I'm sorry. Ran also, this is contact between Ran and Omri. I saw this battle starting to ensue in the timings and scoring loop, and man, that's Omri's LMP3 machine has seen better days. We cut to it live as it happened. Let's see if we can try and decipher this one between Rand and Omri. They're heading side by side down the long back straightaway. Oh, 2 cars just going for the same bit of real estate there. We'll take a slow down look at it, but once again, Rand right now, you have got to be. I've been in this position one too many times. You are just not too happy with the way that things have gone your way here tonight. Whether it has been your fault or not, here we go, yep, side by side, and around Omri goes. Give a little bit of front splitter damage to Mr. Sassoni. Not missing anything up out front in our feature race. Well, I'll tell you, Reuven, the world record holder, LMP3, makes his way back up to P1. Who saw this coming? I mean, come on now. The pace that this driver has put down the fastest lap, I believe, last race in our heat race was a 750 last lap as we were working our temperatures and speeds up to operating pressures as well as speeds. Reuven makes his way. That was a 7:59 at last lap by, but check this out. Lap 2 is definitely going to be heaps faster here. Got a replay of that last lap of the pass for what was the race lead that was in our carousel section here, and yep, that's another driver very reminiscent of how Yuval just got the spot. That was the purple people leader, just going a little bit wide there. I believe that was Dima. Yep, there you go, driver number 13. One more time here, and let's see if I can get this one right. Come on, bear with me. Yep, here we go. This is Dima hard. A little bit too fast into the carousel there, and look at the speed difference between those two. That was just looked like old Marty McFly getting up to 88 miles an hour there. It was Reuven. I don't even. that was a pretty big speed differential there between those two. Sission Baba Ido Balstan starting to fight this battle out for P6 as we inch ever so closer to our white flag lap. And remember, we brought up those the old gold series points earlier in the race. Taking a look at the old, excuse me, that was silver series back just last race before this one. Let's take a look at, well, not only the very misty track here tonight, but also the old the pro standings. You got Reuven leading us there. Yuval Merrick, he's right there behind in the points, just a couple. And also as Rand Sassoni, Yoshi Gabe, Arnon Levi rounding out those top 5 in the points. Also have a little bit more, it's broken down a little bit easier there in the bottom of your screen. One of the new additions here to the Sam Studio Network broadcast. That bottom scroll letting you know as a fan what what broadcasts are coming up, as well as what those point standings look like coming into the race. points are starting to get really valuable here, as this is our penultimate round here in the IIL, ILAKA Esports Gold Series. Riding on board with our P2 driver right now, Yuval Merrick. How about it? Yuval fights his way up to P3 after losing it, he had to start P8 here on the race. He's fighting there back P5 there just a little bit, and right now P5 is Dima. Dima having himself a nice run as well. But back to Yuval Merrick. I mean, my goodness. The pace, the racecraft, you can't get much better than the number of the 25. Doesn't matter what season. Super Formula Lights, that's BMW GT4, as well as these LMP3 machines. We're starting to work our way up and through the ladder as each season continues to tick on here. That ladder being the speed in the iRacing universe that these cars have to offer. How about it? Yuval looking like he really has a little something special going on with the LMP3 machine. Looking down now, the inside of Alan Gabe makes it work. Has the spot for the moment. Ooh, this is going to get tight now, as Alan Gabe not going to concede the spot too easily. He's going to get right back on the back bumper of Yuval, saying, I'm not done with this battle just yet. We're going to hop out of our rear diffuser cam of Yuval Merrick, looking at Alan Gabe. Here we go, the battle for the P2 spot in the race. Alan, he's going to concede it right now to Yuval, and I think that's the smart move. No sense in trying to run side by side, wrecking yourself with more than one lap to go. And oh, Alan Gabe misses the bottom of the track there, where the racing line is, where your car connects with the racing surface. No banking up there, up at the top of the track. Alan losing about a whole second in that whole little incident there. I'm so surprised that we still have some nice battling here in the track. I mean, nothing but the league, but just the track itself. This puppy is 150 different turns, 26 kilometers we're working with, and well, even after 13 minutes down in our feature race, we're looking at a nice battle. Dima leading it right now. P5 got Ido, Sission, Tal Stern. How about Tal? I thought this driver was out of the race right now. With that incident earlier on, he finds his way all the way up, working P8 on the moment. You can throw a blanket over 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Got also Aaron Deliski 9.5 seconds back. He's trying to fight off Rancesoni. We'll keep on board with this battle right now. This is as many cars as I have ever seen in one camera shot, up and down the Nürburgring combined. Oh no! Tal Stern, Sean Tater Curse going to strike. Is that the second time here tonight? Able to get around, no damage to his LMP3 machine. Oh, but here comes some more cars on the racing surface. Going to have to go off the racing track is Iran and Sission Baba, making their way downtown and past Tal Stern. Back up to it, that battle for the P5 spot. Got Dima leading off Ido Bastan. Sission Baba not looking, and he's right there. Still with him. No, he's not anymore. That's going to be Ido Bastan. Sission Baba also involved. Look at the gravel on this racetrack right now, guys. If you can see it in our TV cam, there you see it specks on the racing surface. Now disappeared since the last time by. Oh, Ido Bastan, he is a whale. Beast. I really do believe right there that was gravel on the racing surface, and that was nowhere to go for those drivers. We're going to have to take a Stam Studio Network replay of it here. See if we can start to see some gravel. These drivers, they do have a new flag in the iRacing universe here that will let you know, hey, there's not a lot of grip here within this next section, and that could have been the case, but right now Sission also... he's able to keep it on. That was an immaculate save out of the number 5. He got that thing slideways, looking like a Formula Drift machine out there. We'll hop on board with Sission here. Not quite the driver's eye cam, but close enough to it. Oh, that's going to be a little damage, but oh man, able to fight, and it stays in the gas after Baba gets into the rumble strips, and not as bad of a look as Ido there, as I believe that driver's going to take that 10-minute tow down into the pits. Here on Deliski leading Tal Stern right now. Tal, after the little bit of a spin and no harm, no foul as far as damage goes. Tal now trying to take P7 away from Iran, and he's in a sandwich right now as he's got Ran right there with him. Really surprised with the speed that we have seen within with Ran's car, with as big of damage as I thought that there was in the front of his LMP3 machine earlier on in the race. I believe it would have been that right front. It doesn't look too bad at the moment. He continues to reel in Tal Stern as well as Sisyan Bob. There's some more gravel up on the track, and it just takes a rumble strip. It takes a simple bottom out of the diffuser. It takes possibly even one speck of gravel on the tires, and these LMP3 machines, they will go around in just an instant. There you go. Is Tal Stern, he's within the draft right now, but if you're just now joining us, you got to keep in mind the dirty air that goes across the front splitter, the big old rear wing, as well as that big old rear diffuser underneath the car. If you don't have that clean air to work with in this LMP3 machine, as now that Tal does, as he makes the pass over Iran, has that pass done and works his way, possibly will fight for P6 here, as he is just now 6 seconds down from it. Cannot say enough about Cha Cha. Once again, the world record holder, the LMP3 machine. Well, it's not a fluke, I can tell you that much right now. This is another 10-second, working 11-second gap right now over Yuval. Yuval, I chatted with him before the race, and hey, driver of the number 25, let me know that he's just happy to run. I think he even said top 5, but Yuval expecting a podium finish here tonight, and right now runs P2 to our world record holder. Alan Gabay just 3.5 seconds back behind Yuval, working on P3. These drivers both tied 4+6 spots on the night. Our biggest driver, of course, this feature race would be the man himself, Griiip Cha Cha, up P9 spots, of course, after starting in the rear, P10 after our first heat race. We'll bring it home. Suffered a little bit of left front damage on the front opening lap, but right now looking really good. Oh man, looking good as well as the pace. 7:48 last lap by for Cha Cha. Oh man, that's. I don't think there's going to be any catching that. We can even tone it down just a little bit here. Here we go, another tight battle on track. This is for P8. Rand is able to get his way around Delitsky for that P8 spot. Having to play a little bit of defense. That was a big slide there out of Rand, possibly heating up, lighting up those Michelin rear tires in these LMP3 machines. That's going to present Delitsky to close that gap just a little bit more. Oh, that's off the track. That is a huge save there for Ido Baustan. Oh my gosh, if that was just what I just heard. Also got to Arnon Levi running off the track. These drivers they're giving it everything that they have right now. Here's a quick Ido incident. Or a lack of it. This was an immaculate save as he just runs off the racing surface. We've seen what these rumble strips can do to these LMP3 machines. And oh, as I am talking about him, matter of fact, Ido, I believe, with an incident here. This was just when we were taking a look at the replay of it. Coming to complete take. Oh, well, that would bend him to the mountain section there. Oh, the rear side pod. Just all right, I'm going to head out of this one. Or the rear pod cover, you could call it there. Excuse me. All right, Reuven, you just need to bring us home, buddy. Looking at a 13-second gap right now in front of Mr. Merrick. We're going to head through the carousel here. That means we're about 3/4 of the way through this long 150 corner track. Matter of fact, here comes Yuval Merrick down and up. Going to head through the carousel here. That's Alan Gabay making his way through it there. And how about Arnon Levi is right there with them. Once again, the speed differential that's even within our static shot there from the carousel, the silver or the gold. It's how hard are you pushing the car? It's also, can you push the car that hard with knowing the next sectors of the track? I have tried my ass off here time and time again to learn the whole Nürburgring. It just doesn't happen. I'm about halfway there, but oh, I don't know. I like my turning lefts. I like my smaller road course actions. Unfortunate for right now for Yosika. Yosi makes his way down into going to be a instant tow there. I say instant. It's about 10 minutes. That the driver of the 17 going to have to sit. Alrighty, well, looking at the notes here, Reuven Cha-Cha, well, goodness. We're rewriting the iRacing, the sim racing history books, if you will, right now. 2 weeks ago, out there from Laguna, we had this driver. He swept it. Came away with Heat Race win. Also, that's feature race win. We're going to look. I'm not going to jinx him here. Even if I do, that's a 14-second gap. I think I'm going to bring it up here. Cha-Cha. This is something special. This is going to definitely go down in the history books of the ILAKA Esports, IIL, Instagram, not the YouTube, as well as SSN YouTube. This is pretty special for Reuven. A quadruple sweep we could see happen as he makes his way down the back straightaway for the final time here tonight. You start to see the headlights just start to show themselves just ever so slightly in the background. Well, right now it's a nice battle for P6. Rancesoni makes his way up and around Aaron Delitsky. How about Ran? Oh man, the car's going to bottom out there, going to lose a little bit of speed. Here comes Aaron Delitsky around and down the outside. We'll get right back to this battle as here comes Cha-Cha. The quadruple sweep. Have you ever? I have never. Congratulations, Reuven, driver of the number 1. We see why he runs the number 1. Yuval Merrick, driver number 25, will bring it home P2, up 6 spots since the drop of the green flag here in our feature race for the Gold Series. Congratulations, Yuval. Cannot wait to talk with you in the driver interviews. Alan Gabe will bring it home P3. Arnon Levi right there in front of Tal Stern. Tal a little bit further in the back, but our biggest mover this race, up 10 spots. I said I'd bring it back, and here we are taking another look at this battle between Rancesoni and Aaron Delitsky. This is for P6. 6/10 of a second separating these two drivers, cutting it back down to 7/10 as Rancesoni. Congratulations, Ran, on your P6. Aaron Delitsky will bring it home P7. Dima getting down to the start-finish straightaway now. We'll bring it home P8. Drawer last will make P9 official, driver number 55. Omri making his way down that long straightaway. The back straightaway, you call it here. Omri makes his way back up to P10, gaining 4 spots since the start of the race. Gilead Heskia will bring it home P11. Sisyan Baba, Ido Balstan, Mark Zubrev, Yossi Gabe rounding out our top 15. Alrighty, we're just waiting for all these drivers to make their way and across the finish line, and I will bring you the old race results as well as some driver interviews here on the old SSN as well as IIL YouTube channels. Stick right with us, and I'll be right back up in the booth. Alrighty, welcome back down into Victory Lane, where I am with the man himself. Quadruple sweep. Holy cow. Reuven, you got yourself a coffee, man.
Yeah, this time I really had the chance to get a coffee. Tough race.
Oh, I love
it. It was just a battle against the weather, I guess.
Yeah, were you? That was actually going to be my first question. Were the drivers expecting these kind of misty conditions here tonight?
To be honest, not that much. I had several races in the official races, and the conditions were a bit different, you know. And those conditions, I think there was a lot of humidity. It made the tires feel a bit unusual, and it caused me, and I think Yuval also, to not to expect things that the tires are doing in the first race. So it was a bit sketchy at the beginning, but thankfully things were sorting out at the end of the race.
Yeah, how differently do you have to drive a prototype like the LMP3 when track conditions and weather gets into kind of a factor there?
Yeah, so I think that the major challenge is the first lap, when the tires is not that into the temperature, and just requires you to be extra gentle with the steering inputs and be a bit more modulated with the throttle inputs. So everything just needs to be extra careful, and the finesse is extremely important. And it just makes things very difficult, you know. It's the green hell. It's not just another racetrack to race in.
Definitely. Yeah, that's you can't beat that name. And I was telling the old viewers there about halfway through the stream, I've tried. I have many times to get this engraved in my mind. I get about halfway there, it just doesn't happen. Last question for you, Reuven, before we cut to Yuval and Alan Gabe, our third place winner. How do you how do you memorize a track this long, 150 different turns?
This is a great question. I can't remember how I rehearsed this racetrack. I mean,
oh, it was that long ago.
With this track, yeah, it was so long ago. It's more than, I think it's around 15 years from now. When I started driving this racetrack in Gran Turismo 4, I guess. You know, with a remote control, even not a racing wheel. So it's a pretty while now. I have tens of thousands of laps on this track, so maybe I'm not the one to ask that in this point of time, but the last racetrack that is kind of long that I had to rehearse was Mount Washington. That was added 2 years ago, I think, to iRacing. Yeah. So it was a hell of a challenge, you know, to remember all of it. It was just crash and restart and just try to memorize every sector in your mind.
Well, Reuven, thank you for taking a little bit of time to talk with us here up in the booth for your driver interview. Before Yuval, I'm almost with you there, man. Reuven, is there anybody you'd like to shout out makes this all possible for you tonight?
Yeah, sure, as it will be the last race of mine, because next 2 weeks I won't be able to participate.
Oh, man.
I would like first to thank you, man. I mean, you're great. You're doing a great job in commentating us. It makes the races way more like fun to watch after you battle and race with a great community of racers. And those are the next ones that I want to thank, the participants, and I hope in the next season there will be even much more than in this season. You know, the organizers. It's Tal Stern that does a great job, ILAKA, and everybody involved. Thanks a lot.
Well, thank you, Reuven. That goes a long way, man, and congratulations. I'll give you full authority, man. Celebrate as hard as you want tonight.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Cutting down to our second place driver, Mr. Yuval Merrick. Yuval, you got yourself a copy?
My copy.
Alrighty, well, Yuval, that was a quite eventful race to say the least. I know I chatted there, texted with you before the race. I think you nailed it, man. You said it's about where you start, where you qualify, and if you're able to get away cleanly, well, you did that heat race number 1 and heat race number 2. You started there at P8, you worked your way up to P2. Walk us through it briefly, and how do you do it, man?
Just try to survive and you don't really push to your limit. You just, you're in a race, you're not in a quali, and in a few laps, like if you survive one lap, that doesn't mean you'll survive the next on the limit. So you just got to, chill a bit, and yeah.
Well, goodness, especially here, they call it the green hell for a reason, like Reuven was saying up there. Yuval, is there anybody who you would like to shout out to all makes this possible for you?
Thank you, guys. Everyone behind the scenes, Tal, ILAKA. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, you're inching up closer there in the points. It'll be interesting to see what happens next weekend, or unless Reuven just solidified it there. We'll have to do the math here behind the scenes as well. But Yuval, before we get going to Alon, how was the dirty air effective on the LMP3? I know you can kind of get in the slipstream on the straightaways, but how is it kind of slot in behind the corner on the more technical corners?
It's super hard. The car just doesn't want to turn, just keeps going straight. The front tires just overheat in, one or two corners. And yeah, you just gotta wait for an opportunity, maybe force an opportunity, but yeah.
Alrighty, thank you, Yuval, and congratulations on, both your heat race 1 as well as the feature here tonight. Oh man, go celebrate it, and congratulations on that new sim setup that I've seen. It's looking good, man.
Thank you.
And also bringing the pace is that new sim setup. Just got down to Alon Gabe here for our final driver interview of the night. Alon, you have yourself a copy.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I am great after this race, man. How are you doing finishing in the final podium spot?
It was quite tough, I won't lie. In the qualifying I messed it up completely, doing 2 off tracks in both laps. So I think I started around 11 in the first race. And yeah, I just said to myself, I gotta push now. Yeah, I had this small accident in the beginning, but at the end I managed to get P2. Yeah, it wasn't easy. And the second race was not bad as well. I had a small accident as well. It was a really good start. Unfortunately, it happened. And finishing P3 after Yuval overtook me. And good job for him. And yeah, that's it.
Man, I thought that we'd start to see the packs kind of get strung out here from one another, start to see some gaps formed. But no, quite frankly, throughout the race, it was some really nice battling. Alon, I bet you're just, mentally, physically exhausted right now. How are you feeling mentally, physically?
Physically, I'm really tired. I'm working. I'm awake since 3 a.m. today. With work. So yeah, Yuval tung saur. So I'm I'm quite tired. Yeah, but it's fun. I like racing in the simulator, and yeah, I'm really happy now.
That's what makes it all worth it right there, Alon. Before we let you go, anybody you'd like to shout out or makes this all happen for you tonight?
First of all, to the championship, to everyone, to Tal, who organized everything perfectly and give us the opportunity to race. Shout out to all the drivers and to the winners, and to you, of course, for broadcasting us really nicely. And I really hope, like Reuven said, that in the future there will be much more drivers, and I personally will try to do everything to get more drivers to the championship. And yeah, let's enjoy the next rounds.
Oh, couldn't have said it there better, Alon. Congratulations once again on your P3 finish here tonight from Nürburgring.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Alrighty, that's just going to about do it here for driver interviews, as well as just about everything here on Stam Studio Network and the IIL YouTubes. Be sure to join me here on Stam Studio Network later tonight. I'm going to have a couple more broadcasts headed your way. I know for those of you that are across the pond there, it's getting late, so of course have a great rest of your night. I'm going to catch my ride over to the airport, and well, back over across the globe I go. Thank you, everybody, for joining in here tonight, and have a great rest of your own.